That is a very, very hard game to play out of the gate because you got to be disciplined and you better be in shape because they're going to run you for 25 seconds. And then we play fast and pressure. So we had guys exhausted with 3 minutes into the game. Um, I come back to defensively, we did some good things, but we had to create a gap by creating turnovers. Well, against good teams, you're not going to just go create a turnover. You can't. How about this thought? Make a three. How about that thought? You make 7 or 8 today, you get 3 or 4 more today. I want you to think of the score. And we had 19 threes. I'm glad we didn't shoot more because we'd have missed more. But the good news is we threw the ball inside today and we did some good stuff. So we know we can do it. But we're throwing it around the perimeter trying to shoot a three. That's not how you do it. You get in the lane, you throw it, you make that three, you throw an extra pass, and they're wide open. And if you can't make those, I get it. You know how you get better? You get in the gym and you're disciplined how you're shooting the ball so you shoot it the same way every time. And then you go in the game and shoot it that way. And then demonstrated performance, you go in the game and make threes, builds your confidence. Not me. I don't take guys, takes me out every time I make a mistake. No, I don't. My whole career, I've not done that. Now, you're going to cost us a game. Guess what? I'll take you out. But short of that, you make a turnover, you miss a shot, I'm not. Not diving on a loose ball, getting beat to some rebounds, not hustling back, not matching down, so exhausted you can't talk, you come out. Pretty simple. We did good stuff. It was a good first win against a team that's going to win a lot of games. And held them to 30 whatever percent, 33 from the three, except we shot 15%. And we're supposed to be a good three-point shooting team. So you have no questions? Now that
just waiting for you to stop talking.
I don't ever stop. I just keep going.
What's working on defense because you've also played different kinds of teams.
If you can guard the ball and you're not in a bunch of rotations, you're going to be pretty good. If you can guard the ball, you ready for this statement? Occupy your man's eyes. We got all these guys behind you that'll block shots. There were a couple today. TB didn't go after it. It was right there. Go block that ball. And I got on him about it because, again, that could have changed the game and blew the game wide open. So, but you got to guard the ball. The other thing is you got to have some toughness and rough. I thought Nelly did some good stuff today physically. And it's nice to have him and Adu just got tired. He was exhausted. And but he still did some good stuff. But took why would you shoot a three? Boogie, you barely made one. And it went, that was the one you made, and you kept shooting. Shoot twos. I'm not going to tell you not to shoot. Just don't shoot threes. Well, I'm trying to get myself. No, we're trying to win. You get in that gym over there and shoot threes. So, yeah, we created 19 turnovers. Are we that kind of team against a really good team? TCU had 8 turnovers, 9 turnovers. And we held them to a percentage. If we knew how to finish, you saw I finished the game a little different today because we had work on it. Thank God we played TCU. Because if I let them try to finish the game, you know what? We'd have shot balls and shot threes, and all of a sudden they came down. You lose this game. So we kind of grounded out. Let's finish the game off. And I thought the guys did a good job.
What's the key to that finish? And Z had 8 points in a row. What'd you think of how he helped you finish, and what was the key to a good finish?
Because we were throwing him the ball. Like we just said, we're throwing him. DJ threw 2 away. Throw the ball. You want to throw it by his feet? He's 7'2". Where do you think you would throw it? Like up high. He's 7'2". Don't throw a spinner. Throw it up high. Then he physically bent over, moved the guy, got to the rim. He's really skilled. He's got to want to play rough. He made a three, which was a big three that stretched out the game. That's all fine. If he does that post stuff and rebounds and blocks some shots and gets in better shape, I don't mind him shooting threes. Matter of fact, he's probably making more threes than anybody on this team. How about that statement?
And then the threes, I think in the exhibition, I know those don't count, but 17 to 67 on threes. But
What?
you guys are 17 to 67 on
Can we
threes.
shoot more?
Well, if you think you're good, I guess you need to do. You're the coach. What do you want to keep shooting threes and they're going to drop, or do you want to take less? Or
What
just
we'll do
what's
is
your
we'll
feeling
look
on
at
it?
how we're getting them. Now, I said this on radio. If your team has no post presence, you're a fraud. You can win games and do it. If you can't throw that ball to the post and make that guy score or draw double teams where you get the threes we're talking about, your team's a fraud. And so I've said that every year I've coached. And I think this team, when Jonas comes back healthy, you have Z, we got people to throw it to now. Go score. You watch this game, you're going to double team. You're going to say, just go. Make him pass it to somebody. And the good news for Z, he can really pass. Now, Jonas was about 75%. But the reason I played him a few minutes, you got to start playing at some point. And then tomorrow you may be hurting a little bit. Well, you haven't played in a while. And so we need him to get back because he gives us that veteran rebounding, talking on defense. He doesn't make the mistakes these other guys make defensively right now.
Soft turnovers, fast break points, just how important early on the season when y'all are still getting to know each other, those categories that
What we didn't do down at TCU, they refused to throw it ahead because the guy wants, I'm going to start this. No, boom, bang, and let's see what happens. Get the ball to the other side and we'll play. The ball has to be thrown ahead. And that's after TCU, that's all we worked on. One guy didn't throw it ahead, I subbed him. Why didn't you throw it to the guy? He has to come back. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. His man is there. Just throw it to him. I don't want him to come back because it slows us down. I want him to be running that way. And if the guy's too close, go the other way and throw it to the other guy. But throw it up the court because you know we're a pretty good finishing team. We are. But you got to get it flying up and down, especially if you're not making threes. You got to get some baskets somewhere, offensive rebound, throwing it to the post, driving. You know, I went to one of my old school things we worked on this week. You know, opening it up and up the court and let's play a little bit that way. And I thought that was good. We lost one ball, like for no reason. I wanted to, you know, we drove in and just, what? You know, we're just too good for that. We got too many good players.
Yeah, and you mentioned John L's defense, but it was also his best shooting night between the three games. Just what did you like about his game and how important is it for him to?
Well, you know what he did? He went at the rim. Like I kept saying, why are you shooting jump shots? Go to the rim. And he did it. Carter did it in the first half. You know, just go by people. Now, you may get bumped. It's a harder play than shooting a jump shot. You go in, there's a chance you might lose it. He may block it. He may bump you. How about this thought? I may miss a layup. If I miss a jump shot or a three, I'm okay. But if I miss a layup, that's embarrassing. Well, you can't be in that mode. Just go. Like I told them before the game, you got to play like you have nothing to lose because everybody that plays us plays like they have nothing to lose, especially in that building. They have nothing to lose. We're not supposed to win. And then all of a sudden they're making shots. Well, you got to play the same way. We got nothing to lose. And that means be aggressive, going at the rim. I didn't sub anybody for offense today. I subbed one guy later because of defense, and then Billy was playing so good defensively, that's why I left him in. But I didn't sub for offense, but I subbed for defense and conditioning. Yeah, yes, and we need him to. He's got to be one of those guys, but you can't just go on the perimeter and do a step back three. He made 1 3 with the guy on him. Like, why would you shoot that? And it went in. So I didn't say anything. And they'll tell you. I tell them, you can shoot hooks from half court for all I care, but you better make it. You make a hook from half court, I'm going to say, great shot, kid. Way to put that thing down, bank it in. But you better make it. You want to take some step back, throw lefty, that ball better go in. He made that step back. But Carter's one of those offensive guys we have to do what we're trying to do. Did a bad job in our pick and roll offense on the ball. Really, the angles were so bad. We showed them at halftime. It was like, what in the world were we thinking? But we got a lot of work to do. You know, it's good to get one under your belt against a team like that, that just is going to grind it right down to the end. You know, they weren't kind of playing fast and moving the ball. You know, got to go this weekend to Baylor. They got beat, so you understand what we're walking into. They're going to have a week of practice where they're doing loose ball drills, charge drills. I mean, it's going to be a rough house of competitive teams that are going after each other. We need that right now. Let's keep learning. Kansas, TCU, now this. We need a team to play us some zone so we figure it out. There's a couple other teams that we're playing play like this that are going to be hard games. We're going to play some teams that try to take 30, 40, 45 threes. How do you play that team? How do you rebound long rebounds? What do you force them to do? So we got to play every kind of team there is.
Got beat by 32. I mean, I know that's not reflective of who they are, but just what'd you think of them going out and how, getting beat by 32 and how they're going to respond?
2 years ago, we made that trip and we got beat. We were down big at half. We came back, made a little game of it, but they just ran us into the dust. I have not watched that game. It's too late. I was in bed. But I will watch it and figure out what Mark Few did. I think he probably just was running them to death, got some easy baskets, and then they're probably in the same boat as we are, trying to figure out collectively, how do we do this together? How do you really play for your teammate? How do you make the game easy for your other? How about you set a really good screen? How about you post? How about you pass it where he can catch it? How about on a pick and roll, they're going under every time? Then angle it. So they go under there, we're shooting a 2, not a step back 3. We'll shoot the 2. That's a high percentage for us. If you shoot 2s at 60%, that's a high percentage. And we're good at that. Floaters, then he goes under, shoot the floater on a guy.
A lot of people thought Scott Drew was going to replace you in Lexington. I guess he thought about it, could have had it, turned it down. Did you ever talk to him about the job, or just what you think about him?
He never called me on it,
Yeah.
and we haven't talked. Mark, I think, again, seeing what Mark Pope's doing, good for him. Good for him. And it's a program that deserves that. Scott has done unbelievable work at Baylor and probably got comfortable there. And why would I go into that hornet's nest? I can just say this. I'm happy to be coaching here. I'm happy. I'm loving the team. I told him at the shoot around, I had goosebumps because I'm watching them get prepared for this game. Now, we have a long way to go. Oh, my gosh. And I got on them a little bit at halftime and even after the game. Nothing crazy, but these kind of plays lose games. Is what I talked to them about. But that's what we do. I mean, that's trying to get them better, being truth tellers, telling them we love them and love how you're playing, but you can't do these things.
Touched on Billy Richmond a little bit in his defense tonight. What more do you want to see from him, and what do you think his role can be on the team going forward?
Well, here's what happened yesterday in practice 2 days ago. We were doing a open drill with middle pick and rolls up and down the court. And I said, Billy, you be the point guard. He was ridiculous. He was making all the right plays. He was getting by people. He was throwing, and I'm like, you know what? We just found a third point guard. I was going to play him at point today. So if you have him in with 2 point guards, the best teams that I've coached had 3 point guards on the floor. And I think we found a third point guard that if so-and-so's not passing it ahead or holding the ball too much or trying to shoot too much, boom, you either go off guard or you're on the bench. We'll let one of these 2 play point. And with him, like today, he just scrambles up the game. and he'll fight. And, he's got things to work on. He took a tough shot. Like, what are you doing? Drive to the rim. That's what you are. You're a good passer. You don't have to prove that. Get in that gym, get better at it. And then if there's an inside out pass to you, shoot the ball. Shoot it. But the ball goes around the perimeter. What? Why would you do that? Go downhill and get somebody else's shot or get to the rim. But like I said, guys, I got a lot of work to do. I know it. I'm fine with it. I'm happy we got this one. We always listen. I've been doing this a long time. Celebrate the wins. You're never upset about a win. I am never upset about a win because losing sucks. And as you get older, it really. So I'm happy we won.
The threes, they'd cut it to 60 to 56. You guys come down. I guess it was Wagner threw a pass to Z. He bobbles it. I'm thinking, well, he's not going to shoot it now. He shoots it, hits it, and that kind of got you guys going. What do you remember about that play? And I guess
again,
how good was that to see?
I'm telling him. Can I tell you we haven't worked hard on post feed? So can I really be that mad? But the normal thing is he's 7'2". Don't throw it down there. Throw it up there. Because no one else can go up there. He's 7'2". Just throw it up there. But I haven't worked on it. So how can I really be that upset?
But he was out on the perimeter, and I think he hit him in the hands. I don't know. He just bobbled it.
Yeah, he did bobble it. He's a bobbler.
And do you feel like the threes are going to start dropping? And
Saturday
night would be a good time.
And I'm challenging them though. So, well, it's more pressure. What? I'm saying you want to shoot threes, make threes, get in that gym, prove it in the game, create opportunities for each other so you can start making them. Throw it ahead, drive the ball, swing it, three in transition. Why aren't we shooting 5-6 threes a half in transition? Because we're not throwing it ahead. We're holding the ball. Well, then no threes. They're coming back and guarding us. We got work to do. I got a lot of coaching I've got to do. Building them up when they're making them in practice. But what I do is I stop and say, do that in the game. Now, you came in here, you made 3 in a row. Do that in the game. There's nothing different than this. Mentally, come on, get after this.
Okay, that's one more. That was your 856th win, I believe, as a college coach. We won't worry about the Nets.
I got fired by the Nets.
Well, yeah, I know. And
okay, thank you.
And I read Google. And but did it feel different because it was number 1 at Arkansas?
Hunter gave me a game ball, and I had the players sign it, and I'll put it in the office. So I can remember. Can I tell you my first win at UMass? On the road at New Hampshire. Listen to me. I'm 28 years old. On the road at New Hampshire. They have a 50-game losing streak. We're going into their building. Up there. CBS is covering the game because they got a losing streak. My assistant gets a technical. I said, we better not lose this game by 1 or you're going to be looking for another job. We take it out of bounds. We're down 1. 4 seconds to go. Still remember it. I had a huddle, and I went, give it to Jimmy. They called a timeout. Whoo. Ran a play to the weak side. Anton Brown grabbed the ball, makes it as the horn sounds. We win. That was my first win at UMass. And we did lose to UMass Lowell.
Yeah, I looked that up. Was that an exhibition game? I heard you say
no, it was a real game, but it was maybe my second year.
Okay.
The first year we lost to BU.
Boston University.
Yeah. BU. I like to say UMass Lowell. It sounds better. But it was my second year. Look at the second year. It was the first game. Thank you.